Will Nigeria decide on independent television? The outcome of the just concluded election. While we're on that break, we are being joined by Shadrach Dubai. He is a political analyst. Shadrach, welcome to the
Thank you very much, and I'm happy to be with you. Good morning, my lovely viewers at home.
Okay, before we went on the break, we're still with Christian Osebale. Christian Osebale, just quickly wrap up. We're actually looking at some of the trails and all that. The INEC, are you saying INEC, because people actually asked you, are you now saying INEC did the right thing from your assessment?
INEC did not comprehensively do the right thing.
Okay.
INEC make some errors, especially starting some polling units, election voting late. Then two, the other aspect of voting, they did the right thing by making sure that all agents at the polling units collected the result. Now, why not transferring it to server is the problem, and the INEC need to explain to Nigerians why they did not do so. But my point is, grandstanding will not solve the problem.
Okay.
The law is comprehensively put down on how to resolve such issue. Okay. There's no law that says if INEC go against the law, they will not be sanctioned. So if you ever have like those, I'm not a significant order.
Okay.
The candidate are significant order. So if I even go to court now, they will tell me I'm not a party in this matter, so I don't have local standing. Yeah. And if I don't have local standing, I begin to look for local movement.
Okay.
You understand? Now, so those that have local standing compile all these abnormalities, observe, and take it to court.
Okay,
right,
Shadrach, you just came in. Looking at all the intrigues, do you think there's any need for other political parties who lost out to go to court?
There is a need. For every Nigerian who is desirous of a working and functional democracy, there's a need for you to express your grievances through all conceivable
But
means.
the president said they should accept the results.
No, it's not. The government cannot force upon us what we truly do not deserve. See,
nice.
what we got in February 25th, 26th, 27th, and 28th can be best described as a travesty on the Nigerian democracy. The Nigerian people, what we got was not what we deserved, was not what we expected, was not what we actually articulated for. We had worked hard over this period of time to put upon the Nigerian democracy a new legal framework and electoral laws that was supposed to usher Nigeria into a new era of electoral transparency. We had worked hard and perceived that in these coming elections, Nigeria will take a sharp deviation from what it had produced in time past. This, for crying out loud, was the 6th general elections to the return of democracy in 1999. And we have worked hard to see how best all of these new laws were targeted at ensuring addressing issues that bordered around the independence of INEC, ensuring that it's able to function independently without political input, whether from the presidency or from the Nigerian people. It was targeted directly at sanitizing the ideas of the voting, accreditation, and collation of results to ensure the sanctity of the ballots. It was targeted at infusing technology, which was cited as a major component in giving legitimacy whoever emerges as candidate by making use of the Bimodal Voters Accreditation System, BVAS, and also the INEC Result Viewing Portal, IREV. All of this were jettisoned. INEC haven't made these laws on ground, jettisoned their laws, and went on a white blue chase. They opened the doors for criminals in the All Progressive Congress that state to state clearly. Criminals in the APC, they came on board and they had unfettered access in manipulating the Nigerian results. There were thief-free manipulation, fraudulent activities that took place, and the mandate was brazenly stolen. See, there's an issue. See, now, INEC stated clearly.
So I say it didn't happen on with other parties.
No, to a very large extent, yes.
I'm not saying just the ruling of Progressive Congress that hijacked the process. I'm asking.
The preponderance of evidence points clearly that the All Progressive Congress used the machinations of federal might to this INEC reg. It was a very important thing that was spelled out. INEC, as been said in time past, chairman has been appointed by the president. But beyond that, these resident electoral commissions is still be appointed by the presidency.
But the winner of the election lost his state. Don't that ring a bell?
The winner of the election.
What kind of lost his state?
Did he first win before he lost his state? And what margin did he win? And what are the manipulations and the thievery that took place? The violence, the rigging, and the all following
impunity.
The impunity.
Solomon, please.
The challenge we have is that we are taught before now that Buhari had created a body language, a disposition. The Nigerians can for the first time rely on him and get what they truly deserve. He had brought issue of money change all that was targeted to reducing vote buying, Nigerians suffered massively, hoping that we're going to get something that, to a large extent, is measurable to the input, the suffering we had borne.
So you think the money policy did not work?
No, it made them very desperate. When they discovered that they had 3 billion in the house, old Naira notes that were going to be wiped away after a new president came, they became more desperate. They had to bring in more dollars. They didn't buy votes. They bought INEC. As an institution, they reduced it to the cross and ensured that they brought a president who will come back and bring back the money policy that will put to good use all of those resources that they had piled up in their offices.
So you think Tinubu will bring back the money
He
policy?
said so. He said that even before he won.
Before the election.
He said he did a 2-year period for the new currency to exchange the old. And all those things it boils down to bringing resources, bringing all of those humongous resources that they have carted away from the Nigerian people.
Okay, Solomon Ijogbe, the certificate of return has been given. A winner has been announced. Going forward, what do you think will happen? Because we know that certainly we are going to see court proceedings now. Political parties who lost out will be going to court. Should they trust the judicial system?
Oh, wow. But the way I can say it is like, if I remember Cinderella, many people competed for that Cinderella stuff.
Of course.
But the right person surely at the end comes. Isn't it true?
The shoe?
Yeah, the shoe. The right, because the shoe fit was the one that wore it. So for me, whether by omission or commission, we'll get there someday. We're talking about the judicial system and having trust on the judicial system.
Should they trust the judicial system?
That's Solomon Orupe Ijogbe, do not trust the Nigerian judicial system. Especially when Nigeria has become a tribal, religious country. Nigeria is an religious entity as we speak. For instance, we saw what that happened when we had a Malam sitting at the ends of affairs as the commander-in-chief of the Federal Republic of Nigeria.
Commander-in-chief.
Okay, he said that. and then
Malam.
And then, okay, what do you understand by Malam?
Okay, go on, please.
Malam is not delegatory. No, because the way he said, I said Malam. Malam said delegatory.
I said Malam.
I repeat Malam.
Please.
Okay,
Solomon, you wrap up now.
And so, we also know that at the same point we had a Malam at the ends of affairs of the judiciary. We knew how that played. And now that we are having a certain tribe at the ends of affairs in the judiciary, and a certain tribe is being announced as the alleged winner of the sweats and blood of the Nigerian people. Where do you think people like Solomon Ijogbe believe that there will be justice in this matter? But however, it is not a call for anarchy, but it's a call for further pondering and re-strategizing. Because the Nigerian project as we speak is a collective project. Yes, but until INEC is able to tell, because all this will not be necessary. If at the collation center, Mr. INEC in the name of Mahood Yakubu was able to at least for once uphold what he told the Nigerian people, that no transmission of results, no elections will be regarded as valid. You went on telling the likes of Dino Melaye and the rest who were raising issues as it pertained to credibility of the elections, that you wanted to take the results first and that the issues that you raised will be addressed. Rather than addressing the issue, you went ahead and announced winner. And you gave certificate of return. And you are asking people to go to court. Was that the issue? Was that the way
so
you said?
Are you saying INEC doesn't have right to just outrightly announce the winner?
The same
based
way,
on the powers
no, the same way INEC had the power to announce winner was the same way INEC has the power to ask for a rerun or outright cancellations of results. The onus of cancellation, suspension, progression was on them. Whether to announce, whether not to announce, whether to suspend, whether to resolve, whether to dissolve.
Okay, Solomon.
Was within the provisions of the Electoral Act for INEC to do. And as we speak, that the actions of INEC is a pointer to the fact that Nigeria is but a cabal.
Okay,
ruled by a cabal, decided by a cabal.
Shadrach, you want to react to that?
What he has said clearly is that even before the idea of announce and cancellation, INEC constitutionally had a 7-day window period to review elections and grievances that were played before
announcement
the results. What we saw is that they already wait for the wee hours of the morning and announced the results. Before you talk about court, INEC has an explanation to give to Nigerians.
So was he out of place?
Yes, it
Totally out of
was. They did
place.
not exploit the available time, despite the allegations and the complaints from coalition agents. They went ahead and declared the results, gave a certificate. See, INEC has an explanation to tender. Because to a very large extent, we have imputed so much. We invested so much resources in procuring the technological inputs that was used in the election. They had said clearly in their own laws that it is no transmission. See, 170,000 results, they are not uploaded into the viewing portal. And as such, those results cannot be conspicuously captured by their own laws.
Okay.
The concept of spread, he also spoke about, that one was also jettisoned. It is clear that for you to be president, he must win at least 25% in at least 24 states and the FCT. Only one person got 25%, above 25% in the FCT, and yet the man was not declared a winner. So the rape is obvious, is blaring, and it proposed on the face. So we are now asking, where exactly are we now going to begin? Having gone through a pilage of suffering in the last 8 years, where we have gone through our nose, there was double-digit inflation, unemployment, pervasive poverty, there was hunger. And we are coming back to face the same thing we suffered in entire past, putting a president who obviously is unaware. Then we voted in Buhari not knowing his health conditions, not knowing his obvious intellectual capacity, deficiency in capacity, intellectual capacity in meeting the needs of Nigerian people. And yet this one is obvious to all that can see. And yet we are saying, okay, let us go. Because the man is in power, he had empowered persons. They said, no, they will shove it down our throats. And yet they went to the ballot and manipulated the process. INEC has an explanation to me. Beyond that, there will be a blitzkrieg of public activities. Very soon, you may be saying, this calm you see now is an uneasy calm. A small explosion, the thing will begin to boil. There are major activities.
Well, we don't pray for that.
No, we do not pray for that. But grievances must be expressed adequately.
But there are better ways to express your grievances.
Yes, there will be peaceful rally. But the engagement will be serious, will be enormous.
No, before you get there, what else? Before you, the INEC chairman, reps of political parties said the results we have here does not tally with the results being announced there. What a normal unbiased umpire should do is to say, bring your
to harmonize.
Yes, let's harmonize.
Check.
Before we cannot do announcement.
Okay.
You did not do that. You jettisoned these claims that and said go to when you can. As a matter of fact,
that's why we have the court. That's why we have the judiciary.
No,
that's why we have the judiciary.
No, sir.
INEC resumed voting.
By the laws, by the Electoral Act, INEC had the power of resolving that issue. It was if it became more tedious.
Okay.
By way of trying to explain, they cannot say.
All right, now I'll come back to Christian. Let's just give this to Christian Osavele. All right.
Christian, there's been a case where a particular candidate was alleged to have been called the winner at gunpoint. Now, we're talking about trust for the judicial system. Do you think that case is something that probably must have been necessitated by the fact that the whole portal was not working?
Well, before I answer that, I want us on a lighter note. You know, can say I'm very patient and cool.
Okay.
So if I throw their line, we may not.
Yeah, everyone has different ways of expressing themselves.
What I'm trying to say is that we begin to look at the time each person address issue.
All right.
Like you said, INEC is under obligation to explain to Nigeria how you conduct this election. I believe so much in Nigeria. I don't have another country, and I don't intend to negotiate for another one. And I believe that if we don't solve Nigeria problem, outsider will not come and solve Nigeria problem. So that is why in every society, there are what we call laws on ground to resolve all issues that are there. I don't predetermine how it will eventually go. And I don't want to be living in a full paradise because that it has always been this, it will always remain so. I believe that with evidence available from the significant orders, they present it to the court and the court will intervene.
And from the question she asked you,
will you blame
a particular House of Reps
that,
member forced INEC official to announce him as the winner at gunpoint. So allegedly. So what's your reaction to that?
I like you see, until the case gets true, you will not know whether it is true or not. If it is true, it's a big offense. Even bringing that gun is a criminal offense.
Now, if it is true, would you blame it on the fact that INEC did not at the polling units transmit the result?
No. If at a point when you put gun at somebody's head to declare result.
Not at the polling unit. At the
collation
center.
center.
Now, if at the polling unit the results were
it,
transmitted, do you think that would have happened?
The good news is this: at the collation center at the ward level, we have second version of the result. That is not the main result INEC rely on. It is the result from the units INEC rely on. So if there was
what do you mean by second version of the results?
It is at the unit level. That is the result that counts. That is the result INEC will send to the server, not at the,
must come to the collation center
ward
level.
Ward level is the second stage.
Okay.
So the first stage captured, that is 7,000 something units, is the result that INEC captured. So if there was a gunpoint at the collation center at the ward level, it is the responsibility of all the parties agents by law not to sign that collation form. Is it from CEB? There's a form they call it.
Yes,
at that ward level.
CA2B.
All the agents will say, based on what we are saying, this result cannot be signed.
Okay, now going
there were
forward.
some polling units that didn't have the complete representation of agents from different political
That
parties.
one is not INEC's problem, it's the political party's problem. I'm aware that at least the two major political parties have all the agents. And Labour has...
there are no two major political parties. We have 4 major political parties as we
speak.
We had 18 political parties.
No, when you say major, I'm trying to correct the impression of major. As we speak as of today,
Solomon,
even
Solomon.
on a display. Sorry.
Okay.
No, you are free.
No, we are
Solomon, please, you don't have to do that.
When I say major, I'm talking of APC, PDP has 770,000 agents across board. Then Labour has close to that figure. Other parties have not as spread. Yeah. So there must be an agent, and by law there must be a security officer attached to every polling unit, and the observer that is present at the point of counting gets the same result.
Okay.
So those are the results that count at the unit level.
All right.
So if anything happens outside unit level, even at the unit, the agent will not sign. If, for example, now the person that brought the gun and put at the returning officer at the unit level, put the other agents will refuse to sign.
Okay,
so that one is a minus. When the process of litigation starts.
Shedrack, now to an extent, the president-elect has given his speech, his acceptance speech, and also assured Nigerian youth of so many things they stand to benefit in his government.
Yes.
So don't you think there should be a kind of calm?
Yeah, he has said well. I listened to his speech clearly. All of those were beautifully put together.
Okay.
There's a difference between intent and purpose. President Muhammadu Buhari we came into power riding on 3 horse legs. He said insecurity, anti-corruption, and the economy. And none of this was delivered. So the idea of selling promises or giving us a pleasant speech we have gone beyond that rhetoric. Now we are looking at the competence to deliver. Irrespective of whoever you have to say, that one is first. See, we can sit down here, begin to proselytize and sermonize, begin to use all manner of what to color the election, make it look as though something happened was normal when it is totally abnormal. But there's a danger looming in front. The election that took place in February 25th, there's another one in March 18th, March 11th, and there's others to come. The party the People's Democratic Party and the Labour Party did not believe. For the first, they did not believe that such manipulation can take place at this particular point in the evolution of our Nigerian democracy. See, where did we start from? We didn't believe. So now what we're going to see is that the establishment will take on INEC. You go and vote on, we will come back here to analyze. You go and vote on March 11th, and you see an outright manipulation. Everybody will do it brazenly and tell you to go to court. Because that is not a new establishment. And we know the body language of the man who had become president. We know his past antecedents. How he had loved the idea of grandstanding and the position of candidate across all states. How he goes around supporting people, putting resources in ensuring that he buys the collective at the people. See, where are we coming from? It's disenchanting because I had one thought that Nigerian and the electoral process was failing forward. We started in 1999. In 1999, 2 sets of material were produced, the real and the fake. The real one we place in government house, people will be trumpeting. Why the fake one be sent to the feed? While you are collecting results at the feed, they are sending your real result to Abuja through the motor. And while you are counting and saying you got it in your unit, they are telling you what you got in Abuja and it's on TV. That's where we started from. We left there to the area where we started snatching ballot box. One person comes to the polling unit, shows sporadically to the air, catches the box, trumpetes and sends the result. They said no. Court started your turning all of those results for persons who cut away ballot votes. We left that stage. We now informed into when they say, okay, let us see if we can buy the vote. They started bringing resources out to buy votes, just to ensure that the votes will count, because the votes will eventually count. Let us buy the votes as they count. We left all of, I was not thinking that we have gone beyond that point. Elections had held in Nigeria. Elections held in Nigeria where people saw money, refused to collect money, and voted candidates of their choice. And we are told we are going to that place where we're going to establish some great level of transparency. Okay. All you did was for us to take us back to where we are coming from.
Okay, quick one, Solomon Ijogbe. Looking at the statement of the president-elect, do you think there should be hope? Because recently, one of the governors in Kaduna State said, I had an interview on BBC, and he said that there's going to be a renewed hope as far as security level is concerned. Should we take that to the bank?
What hope has the devil for his people? Let me not be derogatory. The issue of the speech of the one declared by INEC is, to me, beautiful nonsense.
And according to INEC, constitutionally, he met every...
I have a right to my opinion.
Okay.
I said, according to the one announced by INEC, the speech is beautiful nonsense as far as I'm concerned. Because for us, like Udugbe has mentioned, you have just awoken the consciousness of people that you can go back and do it your own crude way. Now, survival of the fittest. Only the strong can survive. So for me, we have had too many things. Is it not the same man that told us that beavers will work? After all, on a softer note, while he was running off his speech, he said, if not for Nigerians, who are we working for? Is it not for Nigerians? How can they not have access to IRF? How can beavers not work? It will certainly work. What would we get? The same government will tell you one thing today and tell you that I am not aware. It's on the same chain.
Okay. So, Favor, Sarah, let's take the final question
from
from
me,
you.
The promises therein in the speech of the one announced by INEC means nothing to somebody like Solomon Ijogbe.
All right, Favor, quickly.
All right, Christian. So what would you say, lastly, that you feel about the speech and hopes for Tinubu's administration?
Well, the taste of pounding is the eating. I don't want to believe that somebody will speak now. You have not seen how he goes about it. Begin to say nothing will come out of it. I listened very well to the speech when he said he have, from this election, he heard a voice loud and clear, and he talked about how he's going to bring the people together. And I believe that once you bring the people together, the channel of fighting insecurity will be very, very easy.
Okay.
And once insecurities is dealt with, we begin to see development.
Thank you so much,
Nigeria.
Christian. Shadrach, thank you so much for taking time. Solomon Ijogbe, we'll certainly have another time on the show. Favor, Sarah, final word?
Yeah, thank you, guys. Thank you.
All right, this is where we'll be drawing the curtain for today's edition on Nigeria Decides. We'll come again tomorrow for a fresh edition. Do have yourself a blessed day ahead. Bye for now.